Hello, this is News Plus on Viewer Television. I am Deborah Ndukaife. President Bola Tinubu has hired 20 new aides about 3 weeks after he made the last set of major appointments. The new appointments include those of senior special assistants, personal physicians, and photographers. Among the new appointees, according to the list seen by newsmen, are veteran journalist Tunde Rahman, who has been designated SSA Media, Abdulaziz, SSA Print Media, and Ibrahim Masari, SSA Political. According to a report gathered, the president has issued some of the new aides' appointment letters. President Bola Tinubu has sought the approval of the Senate to confirm the newly nominated service chiefs. President Tinubu's request was contained in a letter addressed to Senate President Godswill Akpabio and read at the plenary on Tuesday. The letter explains that the review of defense architecture and the appointment of new leaders to work in synergy with one another to achieve the level of optimal performance expected of the military. Tinubu noted that the request will receive the expeditious consideration and confirmation of the Nigerian Senate, Senate President, and distinguished senators. Security operatives of the Joint Task Force Operation Delta State, in collaboration with Tantita Security Services, have set ablaze a vessel intercepted in the Escravos area of Delta State. The vessel, which was carrying barrels of stolen crude oil, was en route to Cameroon with its illicit cargo. The vessel, reportedly owned by Hola Maritime Services Limited, was apprehended at an offshore location. The captain and crew members of the vessels were also taken into custody. The 150,000 liters of stolen crude oil was illegally sourced from an offshore oil well in Ondo State, as reported by Captain Ward Ensure, the Executive Director of Operation and Technical at Tantita Security, and Rear Admiral Olusegun Ferreira, the Commander of the Joint Task Force Operation Delta State. And now the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) at the ongoing Election Petition Tribunal in Kaduna has presented forms EC8A, EC8B, and EC8C of various polling units, wards, and local government areas to the tribunal. The forms comprise Birni, Gwari, Igabi, Kaduna North, Kobau, Lere, Sabongari, Zaria, and Kudan local government areas. The tribunal had earlier in its sitting on Monday ordered the commission to bring before its original copies of the said documents, including Form EC8D of the 23 local government areas of the state, based on the application of the petitioners, People's Democratic Party, and its candidate, Issa Ashiru. In his argument, the lead counsel to the PDP and Ashiru Oluwole Iyamu challenged the authenticity of the results from 11 polling units in Birni, Gwari, 20 in Igabi, 4 in Kaduna North, 44 in Kaduna South, 12 in Kubau, 9 in Lere, 8 in Sabongari, 4 in Zaria, and 5 in Kudan local government areas. Some unknown gunmen have reportedly kidnapped a Catholic priest, Reverend Father Joseph Azubike, in Ebonyi State. Now, the cleric was abducted in Isu Onitsha local government area of Ebonyi State, close to his residence in the area where returning from pastoral duties. The assailants also abducted 3 other persons whose identities could not be immediately ascertained. The Catholic Diocese of Abakaliki in the state confirmed Zubike's abduction in a statement by the diocesan chancellor, Reverend Father Uzoma Opoke, titled Call for Prayers. However, the State Police Command has not issued any official statement on the abduction as at the time of filing in this report. Now, the National Youth Council of Nigeria has pledged its commitment to end bunkering activities and other economic sabotage in the Niger Delta. President of the group, Sukubo, made the pledge in a statement after a sensitization campaign by the group in Akoko Toru local government areas in Rivers State. Sukubo urged the members of the communities to desist from illegal activities that could endanger their lives, pollute their environment, and destroy their livelihoods. He also said the campaign's aim across the 9 communities of Kula Kingdom was achieved to zero tolerance for bunkering, chemical fishing, and other economic sabotage in the area. According to him, desensitization became necessary due to the associated risk and the negative impact on the nation's economy occasioned by oil bunkering activities and chemical fishing. The National Emergency Management Agency (NEMA) has advised Nigerians to minimize the use of interlocking bricks and create green areas in their homes to avoid flooding in communities. The head of the agency's Abuja Operation Office, Justice Uwazuronye, gave the advice in an interview with journalists in Abuja. He said although charming and appealing, it is better to have interlocking bricks only on walkways, on driveway floors, and in homes. He said NEMA always discourages people from building on natural waterways, and with the knowledge of water and soil, if one prevents water from infiltrating into the soil, there will be high volumes with high velocity of water. He further said it is important for Nigerians to cultivate the habit of having green areas around homes and communities in order to reduce flood. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, News Plus continues. Stay with us.
Seco no ar, merece nossa atenção. Preparem bem os sensores para poder captar. Parem usinas, motores.
Has dismissed an application filed by the Independent National Election
Viewer Television, now airing in FCT Abuja. Abdamawa.
From Bauchi, following the order of
Youths in Bauchi under the
Bauchi. Boronu. Gombe. Plateau. Taraba. Viewer TV. News from a vantage point.
And now the Chief of Army Staff, Major General Taurid Lagbaja, has rewarded 7 officers and 5 soldiers for various acts of valor. Lagbaja rewarded the officers with medals and special commendation letters at this year's Army Day celebration in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. Among those recognized and honored was Brigadier General Everest Ifeanyi Okoro of the Infantry Corps, who is the commander, 13th Brigade, Nigerian Army, Calabar, according to his citation. Now, according to his citation, Okoro's dynamic and bold actions led to discovering and destroying the IPOB training camp in Cross River State. He also conducted operations that led to the interception of a large cache of explosive materials and ammunition in Amana in northern Cross River during the 2023 general elections. Taraba State Governor Agu Kefas has declared free primary and secondary education in the state. Now, the governor made the declaration in Wukari local government area of Taraba State when he paid an impromptu visit to some government primary and secondary schools in the state. Take a look.
Governor Bukefas has declared that all secondary schools in the state will operate free of charge starting from the next academic term. The governor, who was speaking in Ukari when he paid an impromptu visit to some primary and secondary schools, as he assured the students and pupils of quality education standards, adding that his administration will ensure the provision of a conducive environment for them to learn. Kefas disclosed that the education sector in the state will be upgraded to standard and urged the students to concentrate on their studies in order to achieve good results.
By the grace of God, we'll return the school back to boarding school. Secondary school, primary school, free of charge. So, no excuse when under the tree, going to that side or moving on the road that they drove you from school because of school fees. Next time, no school fees. We'll make sure we provide all the necessary things you need so that you can concentrate on your studies.
Some of the schools visited by the governor include Government Day Secondary School, Wapan Ngaku, Ebenezer Primary School, Okari, St. Mary Primary School, and GSS Okari, among others. The governor took time to move around the schools to assess the structures and sat in the classrooms with students and pupils. The visit had top government functionaries from the state in the governor's entourage. Linda Guana, VOA TV News, Jalingo.
Doma Group International, in partnership with the Association of Nigerian Students in the Tertiary Institution, will in August 2023 train over 35,000 students with requisite knowledge, training, and exposure to entrepreneurial skills. The program, which was endorsed by the veteran Nollywood actress Tonto Dike through the DOMAC Entrepreneurship Summit, aims at providing the Nigerian students the platform to secure their future both now and after the academic life, where they are expected to be exposed to strategic programs in training, empowerment, and mentorship. Chairman of Doma Group International, Dr. Kingsley Azunobi, who briefed journalists in Abuja to herald the event, noted that the training will also involve package where competitors will win a cash prize in addition to being DOMAC ambassadors.
For the private initiatives. In the next few coming weeks, history is about to be created in this nation. And I'm glad to be part of this history. And I'm also glad that you all are also part of this great history. This has undoubtedly been proven to me that indeed Doma dreams and the dreams of each and every one of us needs comes true. As my dreams have come true, your dreams will surely come true.
And what do we seek to address? It is estimated that 60% of Nigeria's population are under the age of 25, making it the youngest country in Africa. As this demographic continues to grow, so too the demand for consumer goods, service, and retail offerings. Ironically, Nigeria has second highest number of unemployed youth in the world. The global youth unemployment index has shown that 53% of the youth are unemployed in Nigeria. You can imagine 53% is an incredible number, a very scary number.
You know, a lot of people abroad us to decide real estate development to do something like that. But we said to them that we have our center. You have to go through our integrity test. And we realize that most of them are highly tailored to their sort of report. And we say we need to encourage those that have genuine sort of income and doing a genuine business so that we can identify with them and we will be rest and so on. Nothing will come after.
A 50-year-old man, Abdullahi Usman, has been arraigned in an Ogudu Magistrate Court, Lagos, for allegedly obtaining the sum of 6.8 million naira from one Barry Agro under false pretense. The prosecuting counsel, Donjo Prezi, told the court that the defendant committed the offences in September 2022 at Mile 12 Market, K2. Prezi said that the defendant obtained the sum of 14.4 million naira from the complaint under false pretense of supplying him 600 bags of rice. It further revealed that after supplying the complainants 323 bags of rice at 24,000 naira each, the defendant withheld the remaining 277 bags worth 6.65 million naira for no reason. The offense, according to him, is punishable under sections 284 and 314 of the Criminal Law of Lagos State 2015. And now Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja has handed over police lawyer Ibrahim Mohammed to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC). According to a report gathered, the lawyer is being investigated for filing criminal charges against former Minister of Aviation Stella Odua in the name of the EFCC without proper authorization from the anti-graft agency. While appearing in court, the judge questioned how the charge was filed by the EFCC in June 2023 but being prosecuted by the police, and demanded to know whether a reasonable man would accept the prosecutor's explanations. The judge ordered the anti-graft agency to investigate the prosecution counsel and scheduled a follow-up hearing. Additionally, the counsel, Ibrahim Mohammed, was directed to report to the EFCC. And now on international news, 6 people on board a helicopter carrying Mexican tourists were killed when it crashed near Mount Everest in Nepal, authorities have confirmed. The helicopter crashed in the La Majura area. All the bodies were recovered and flown out of the area, said Basanta, the chief government administrator in the area. And now that 5 tourists were Mexican nationals and the pilot was Nepalese, the Civil Aviation Authority of Nepal said in a statement. The Mexicans included 2 men and 3 women. Two boys have died after they were swept away by waters from an open dam in Oklahoma City, officials say, and that the incident occurred when officials from the Oklahoma City Fire Department were needed for a water rescue emergency near the backside of Lake Overhosa Dam, a large reservoir located within the city limits in the northwest Oklahoma City. Firefighters confirmed that they were able to rescue the 2 boys from the ledge before beginning their search for the other 2 missing victims who were pulled under in the heavy current. A short time later, firefighters were able to locate one of the boys but said he did not survive. The Oklahoma City Fire Department and Oklahoma City Police Department continued searching for the other missing boy for several hours before confirming that they had found him and he did not survive either. The government of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu forged ahead with the controversial move despite mass demonstrations since the reforms were proposed in January. Protesters blocked roads across Israel and gathered at Ben Gurion Airport near Tel Aviv, with police reporting more than 40 arrests during the morning. Traffic was also brought to a standstill by protesters along a highway near Modin, a town between Jerusalem and Israel's commercial hub Tel Aviv. Near Parliament in Jerusalem, more protesters waved the blue and white national flag and banged drums while police deployed mounted officers. Israeli protest leaders had announced a day of mobilization in anticipation of the parliamentary vote, with dozens of rallies expected across the country. And that's all on News Plus. Many thanks for watching. I am Deborah Ntukaife. Please stay tuned and enjoy the rest of our programs.